come on this journey with me where I attempt to fix this Pixel 3a that had some dreaded water damage. The main reason a water damaged phone is such a risk is that you never know the true extent of the damage and if it can actually be fixed. I bought this Pixel 3a from eBay. Really good condition from the outside, and it even came with a box. It was really cheap, and of course that usually comes with its own price. As you can see from the description, it was dropped in water, but not a toilet. Sure, I'll just make sure I give it a really good clean, just in case. Unfortunately, I lost some footage, but true to its word, the screen was not functional on the right side. The left side worked fine. I could feel the vibration motor, and all the buttons worked. It was factory reset, but more on that later. Factory reset isn't what it used to be. Being used to iPhones, I really wasn't sure how to open this phone. No handy-dandy pentalobe screws here. Instead, the phone has a main body, a mid-frame, to hold onto the screen and add rigidity, and finally the screen. In the Pixel 3a, the screen is so thin and fragile. To top it all off, the edge to pry it up is dreadfully small. I used a pick with a sharper edge in order to work it between the mid-frame and the screen. I like this pick because the taper and the higher edge makes sure that you don't insert the pick too far in. You really have to come at about a 45-degree angle. Any less and you won't be getting between the two surfaces. And again, I lost the footage. I don't know what's wrong with my camera, but you have to heat up the edges, and note that the top and bottom had the most glue. So start at the sides and use a suction cup to get that pick started. Take your time because it really takes a while to do this carefully. I'll just show you how the screen is attached with a single ribbon cable held in with a bracket and 2 Torx screws. After removing the mid-frame with a ton of Torx screws, you'll find the main guts. I cleaned all the connectors and parts of the boards with isopropyl alcohol and a toothbrush to be sure that I took off any corrosion that may have developed. You can see the 2 water markers, one on the headphone jack, one on the USB-C connector. Now white is the normal color, and the red mark on the bottom shows where water got in. Now I think what shorted out was the water hit the bottom of the screen where a lot of the circuitry is. Luckily, everything else was untouched, or at least undamaged. With the new screen working, I was able to get the phone ready. However, like I said before, the factory reset that was done by the seller was not done when the phone was unlocked, and this is key. So what happens is that it asks you for the previous owner's PIN to unlock it fully. This is called the Factory Reset Protection, or FRP. Why FRP? To make sure someone who stole your phone cannot just factory reset it, use it, and sell it. It must have the previous PIN, or like I said, the reset was done from the settings. It's totally annoying. After a lot of convincing, the seller provided me his old PIN and I was in business. Had I not received the PIN, I would have been SOL. There are some supposed workarounds, but they're so difficult to follow, and one of them I tried no longer worked, as I'm guessing the software updates try to fix these types of hacks. Now, I like to test everything out before I try to sell, and pleasantly found everything worked perfectly. The USB-C connector, the speakers, which were the things that I was worried about most, because that's where the water damage could have been. Now, this screen came with its own adhesive to secure the screen to the mid-frame. Just make sure to press it in with a plastic tool. Then remove the plastic. Install the ribbon cable, and in this case I decided to put some weight on it for about an hour to make sure it was adhered properly. And that's it. A slightly water-damaged Google Pixel 3a turned into a fully functioning phone. With a purchase price of around $63 Canadian, with a ship price close to about $80, this was quite a deal. What wasn't a deal was the price of the screen that was coming in around $110 Canadian. Now I'm hoping to sell it for at least $220. If not, I'll be giving this to a family member. So this should be a great phone for years to come. More importantly, this is another phone that may have become e-waste and now has a new lease on life. Well, you know what time it is. Time for the joke of the day. What do prisoners use to call each other? Cell phones. So, go out there and find your own adventure. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in the next Ladybug adventure. Hopefully where I go fishing, but so far I'm bringing up blanks. Oh well.